King's Daughters Medical Center and Brookhaven Urology are pleased to announce the addition of Dr. Joel Duff to their medical staff. Dr. Duff specializes in general urology, kidney stones, men's and women's urological health, and diagnosing and treating urologic cancers. Don't let these health issues restrict your lifestyle and keep you from enjoying life with your family and friends. Dr. Duff and the staff at Brookhaven Urology are here to serve your needs. To make your appointment, call 601-833-5713 today.
I just couldn't be more proud of them, defensively. But we played a big time game against an offense that's really been playing well as of late. I think we had 6 sacks, 2 interceptions. Third down, we were 4-16 when we got off the field. And then offensively, what really stands out to me, the 95-yard drive. I think there was 3 third-down conversions, got a touchdown, then came back with the game on the line again after they scored with a 75-yard touchdown. And Bo made another kind of freak show play right there to get in the end zone. But real proud of our team getting the victory in the last SEC game. Questions?
Okay. First one is from Brian Matthews.
Hi, Coach. Thanks for speaking to us. Any explanation for how, you can go 3 quarters offensively and not really be able to do much at all, especially on third down, and just, a 95-yard drive and then another long drive there in the fourth?
Yeah, they take a lot of chances. They're very unconventional. We knew that, they may get us some in the run game, third down. They really played well. They disguised some of their coverages. They stopped one of our plays and we adjusted. But second half, with the game on the line, our guys responded. And, of course, Tank had another big game, running the football. Bo and Seth, they hooked up for the big touchdown. That was a key play. I think it was third down and 13 or something like that. But, they found a way with the game on the line.
And if a quick follow-up, after what happened in the fourth quarter against Texas A&M, what does it mean to you and this team to do sort of the opposite here at Mississippi State?
There is no doubt on the road, and they responded. And, this team, if you really look at it, we've had ups and downs, but, man, they've been resilient, and they just keep coming back. They played extremely hard. Like I said, there's a lot of positive energy out there, and it was good to win it the way we did.
Thank you.
We'll go to Justin Ferguson.
Gus, your defense has had a couple of really rough games. This game did probably everything you had to against the air raid. How impressive were they tonight?
Yeah, very, very impressive. Like I said, that quarterback has really been playing well, on 2 road games. And we were able to put constant pressure on him, make him uncomfortable. That's what we talked about. He threw 2 interceptions. He's been protecting the ball very well. And our guys covered. I mean, our guys covered. They contested a lot of throws, even the ones that they caught. And then we hit them. I mean, it looked like an Auburn defense. And so real proud of those guys and the effort they had tonight.
Go to Jordan Hill.
I just want to ask about Brendan getting the start on the offensive line, just if Broderius wasn't available, and how you thought Brendan held up tonight. Yeah,
Broderius tried to give it a go in pregame and just couldn't go. And Brandon got his first start. He's still learning, but he plays with great effort. He tries to play physical, obviously rushing for 200 yards against that group. That says a lot about our offensive line. I really think with the way that we've had with injuries and things like that for our offensive line to come out week 10 with a new starting right tackle, I can't say enough good things about that group.
If you have a question for Coach Malzahn, if you'll list it in the chat, we'll go to Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Coach, could you talk about the defense third down stop success tonight and also Tank Bigsby's yards after contact?
Yeah, first of all, third down. Our guys really responded. And I know they're tired of hearing third down defense. Well, tonight they responded in a big way against a team that's pretty solid on third down. And then Tank, he's done that all year. And he had that time he got injured there and it kind of set him back. But he runs violently. He breaks tackles. He's very explosive. I don't think he's 100% right now. And he rushed for almost 200 yards, on the road against, one of the best statistically defenses in our league. So I think that's a lot of good things going on with him.
Next is Jason Caldwell.
Gus, you mentioned Tank in that running game. Did you feel like early on you guys maybe because of their numbers and the things maybe gave them too much credit and then you got to that running game late, just kind of
Yeah,
all the things early?
Yeah, maybe we were throwing it a little bit early. We had the big holding call, going in, it put us back second down and 25 or something. And then we had another holding penalty. We threw it to Eli, and I think Seth got a holding penalty, and we got the ball down to 3. Both those were tough right there, or we'd have felt a little bit better about the first half. But there was a feeling out, period. We did think that the longer the game went on, that we would be able to lean on them a little bit and start getting a push, and we were able to do that in the second half.
Let's go to Steve Moulton.
Coach, I know you just hit the finish line, but you mentioned it last week of this being a grind, and really you've been going since July. So now that you've hit the finish line, playing 10 SEC games, winning 6 of them, what has this season meant to you, Coach?
Well, I just told our team how proud that I am of those guys for the sacrifice they made to be able to play 10 SEC games or 10 games without, having a setback other than that 1 week, but the sacrifice they've made to play is, I can't say enough great things about our players. Our team has great character. We have the majority of those guys back. And so really excited about that.
Okay, we've got time for 4 more that are in the chat. David Pascal.
Gus, when you think about it, like you guys, Georgia, LSU, y'all are used to, trying to get to that championship game. You didn't this year, but people were questioning y'all's motivation this week, kind of, without the championship to play for. What was motivating? I mean, you guys just lost to a couple of top 5 teams, obviously, but how was that motivation challenge this week, and how was that response?
Our team has showed up to play every week. As far as getting their minds set, they wanted to send the seniors out this last game. That was a tough one last week, at home. And we've done a really good job of sending our seniors out with a victory at home. We weren't able to do that this week, and the team wanted to do that. And and then we just kind of talked about, all the way back to June 4th when we showed up and the process. And, this is the last rodeo. So let's finish this thing on a positive note. And our team was committed to doing that. And they had very positive spirited practices this week. And they just kept answering the bell. Like I said, it says a lot about their character. It says a lot about, who they are as a team.
Jeff Spiegel.
Gus, my apologies if you've already addressed this, but in terms of what you want to do between now and the bowl game, how do you want to handle that with your team?
I want to give them about 2 weeks off to do nothing but relax their mind and body. And, it's been a physical, mental, and emotional grind. And our coaches, they need a break too. So we're going to relax and we're going to get ourselves, refreshed. And then we'll cross that bridge, when the next step happens.
We've got 2 more. First one's from Justin Ferguson.
Hey, Gus, Bo had a rough first 3 quarters, but then he had the big throws to Seth there late, and Seth had, a big fourth quarter as well. Did you see anything different from those guys and just kind of their ability to bounce back?
Yeah, it was tough early. There was a lot of swings. Carlson kept us in the game. But then that 95-yard touchdown drive on the road, that was – you think about, I don't know how many we've had, but we've had some long drives this year. And that was just another one right there. And then the third downs, and, of course, the first one's always the toughest one. I think it was third down and 11, 12, or maybe it was 9. I can't remember. But we hit the little smash route. It was a perfect throw, perfect route right there. And then we were able to go down there and score, and that gave us a little bit of breathing room. And, of course, they went down. They had the kickoff return, and they scored on a short field, and we were able to go 75. And, that offense played their best ball with the game on the line.
Our last question for Coach is from Jordan Hill.
Gus, you mentioned the defensive effort tonight, 6 sacks. Just how big was that against a freshman quarterback to be able to get after him like that?
Not a whole lot of people have been able to get to him as of late. And so I thought Coach Steele did a great job of mixing stuff up. I thought our guys played with unbelievable energy. And, we had a pass rush. We sacked him 6 times. That was a huge key. And even when we didn't get to him, we got around him. And like I said, too, our defensive backs, they were like glued on them, and they contested just about every ball, down the field.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll reset for a minute. We'll be back with Derick Hall. Okay, our guest is Derick Hall. If you have a question for him, if you'll put your name in the chat, please. And the first question is from Jeff Shear.
Derick, could you talk about getting to their quarterback a couple of times and as a team, 6 sacks, how big were those in the game?
I mean, they're tremendous coming in. The defensive scheme was great. We put a great game plan together to be able to affect the quarterback in the best way that we know how, the personnel that we have. So, just being able to execute the calls that they were put in front of us was huge just for us to be able to affect the quarterback and knowing that they're an air raid team. So just trying to slow down their passing game was huge.
Okay, next question is from Justin Ferguson.
Derick, you had 2 sacks, first time in your career to have a 2-sack game. I mean, what does that mean, especially being in your home state?
Oh, man, being from Mississippi, coming back here, having a game like that, that's huge. But, it just was the will and want to for these seniors. We didn't get to execute the way we should last week at home. So being able to come here in Starkville and be able to put up a game like that, being able to play for one another and play for the seniors, sitting out on the right note was huge.
Next, we'll go to Jeff Spiegel.
Yeah, Derick, it was kind of a chippy game. I mean, there was a lot of jawing back and forth, but also I think you guys were able to kind of keep your emotions in check at the same time. How tough of a balancing act was that?
I mean, it's huge. Just have guys jawing at you, talking back and forth, and just trying to keep your composure just for the betterment of the team and knowing that you have, guys to play for, stuff at stake. So just being able to hold your composure and just keep playing ball and keep your mouth shut and playing with your pass, playing with your performance was huge.
Question from Nathan King.
Hey, Owen. When we talked to some of the guys on defense this week, they said they were excited to play this team because of the opportunities to make plays in space and stuff like that. How excited were you to play this game before it kicked off?
It was huge. Just being able to come out and affect the quarterback like we said we could, play the game to the best of our ability, play the game plan, execute the game plan was huge.
Our next question for Derick is from Jordan Hill.
Derick, Gus just talked about coming off of this game. He'd like to try to give you guys a couple weeks break before bowl preparation. Just what kind of grind has this been through such an odd season?
It's been a crazy grind. I'm just coming in on June 4th, all the way to now. It's about 8 months or so. Just playing rapid nonstop, being around the same guys every day. You see them more than you see your family. So it definitely took a physical toll playing 10 straight SEC games, and with COVID and everything going around the world, mentally it definitely took a toll on some people. So just him thinking of us and knowing that all the stuff that we went through as a team with our staff and players, it was huge for him to just be able to give us that time off, be able to relax and chill out.
If you have a question for Derick, if you'll list your name in the chat. The next one is to Jason Caldwell.
Derick, you talked about the sacks. How cool was it to see Big Cat get the last one?
Oh, it was amazing. He been talking about it. I ain't make no plays. I'm like, bro, just keep playing. It's gonna come. And showing up, man, I was very excited and happy for him. Just knowing all the stuff he's been through, injuries this year, the leadership he has for us as the defensive line, leadership he has for us as the defense. It was tremendous for him to get that last sack. I was very happy for him.
Talked about playing for these seniors. How big was that this week?
It was huge. Like I said, we couldn't send them off at home the right way last week in Jordan Harris. So just being able to come here, putting that game behind us and knowing that this is their last game and this is the last opportunity that we have to play for them, put it all on the line for them and for Auburn. It was huge just to be able to come here and send those guys out the right way.
Question from Josh Vitale.
Derick, you kind of just talked about it, but after 2 tough games for this defense, what did you guys do differently today that worked, and what did it mean to be able to finish strong the way you wanted?
It was nothing different, man. We just put our heads together and knew that this is the last one for this team, the 2020-21 season, regular season game, last one for the seniors. So just being able to come in and execute the plan that we put in front of us and being able to play Auburn football, Auburn defense was just part of the plan. And that's what we put our head together and decided we were going to do, and we did it.
Question from David Pascal.
Derick, you've mentioned seniors a couple of times, but the past 2 weeks you've lost to a couple of top 5 teams. How tough was just the motivation for this week?
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't believe it was tough at all. Coming off the A&M loss last week, knowing that we did ourselves a due diligence. Maybe if losing that game, we put it on ourselves. So just coming in this week, coming in on Sunday, we put everything behind us, watched the film, broke it up, and just put our heads toward Mississippi State. And just all the guys that came in and led, the seniors, coaches, everyone. I mean, we all put our heads together as a collective Auburn team, and decided that we were going to come out and send these seniors out the right way. So it was really all for them and for Auburn.
Do we have any more questions for Derick? Okay. Thank you very much. Bigsby. So if you have a question, put it in the chat, and we'll start with Jeff Shearer.
Third best rushing performance by an Auburn freshman in program history. How were you able to do that tonight?
I was able to do that because of my O-line. I give them the credit tonight, and just coach believing in me, giving me the ball, and running behind my pass, and playing football, playing the game I love.
Question from Brian Matthews.
Sorry, there we are. Yeah, thanks. Speaking to us, Tank, I just want to ask you about what sort of happened there in the fourth quarter. What made the difference for you guys after having so much trouble the first three?
My coach had came to me and said that you got to run the ball. We're finna lean on you this quarter. So I just said I put the team on my back, and I just keep running, and, until we get the victory. And that's what I did. Just not being denied. And I just thank my whole line and my teammates for being there, and we did it. So
appreciate it.
Okay. Jordan Hill has the next question.
Tank, this has been such an unusual year, and for it to be your first year playing college ball, just what has this experience been like with, the all SEC schedule and the kind of grind that you guys have had to go through?
This has been the longest season ever in my life. It's been a grind. It's been a real grind, to be honest with you. Nobody know what goes on inside. They just see what goes on outside, And just being able to get through it. Everybody said we wasn't going to play, and we got through it, played 10 SEC games as a freshman, and that, it was just different, just being out there playing different teams in the SEC, not playing nobody out of our conference. It was different. It was tough, but, we got through it. And with this pandemic going on, we did real good with that, our team, and looking out for each other. So I say it was a hard year, but we got through it.
Question from Jason Caldwell.
Tank, that 95-yard drive, how big was that third down pass to kind of get you guys going when Bo hit Seth out there? You had a big run next, but how big was that just to kind of get off the goal line and get moving?
It was very big. Seth is a big playmaker, and he one of the best playmakers in this league. So we looked towards him and we said, bro, you got to make a play. He said, I got y'all, and he did that. And, he never failed us with that. When we count on him, he always come through. And I'm really thankful for him, and that play changed the game, to be honest with you.
Question from Tom Green.
Hey, Tank, I think on the ESPN broadcast, I mentioned that Gus said before the season, kind of had a meeting and, discussed whether you wanted to play. What was that discussion like for the team? Just knowing the grind that interview.
You sound like a robot.
Yeah, we couldn't really hear you much. Can you say it again, Tom?
Yeah. On the ESPN. That better? No.
I'll tell you what.
Type it in the chat.
Just type it in the chat and we'll ask. We'll move on to Justin Lee.
Tank, hopefully you can hear me. When you look at 2021, what are you trying to accomplish then? Are you confident going into 2021? What are you thinking going into next year after your freshman year?
Yes, sir. I'm very confident. You got to have confidence playing in this league. I'm very, very confident in myself. I just want to work on the little things, the things to get better on that I didn't like, I'm not going to say struggle with, but the things that I need to get better on to make my game develop. And that's what I'm looking for 2021 season. I'm ready for that season.
Question from Gianna Hahn.
Hey, Tank, what did it mean to see the way your defense performed tonight, especially the way they were getting to the quarterback and all the interceptions?
I feel like we played our best game of defense today. They stood out. We couldn't get clicking early in offense, so defense stepped up, and I just feel like that was a big part of this game right here. Them stepping up and changing just changing the way the game was. You know, I like how Smoke caught the interception and Roger caught the interception. They just stepped up. I like it a lot.
We got time for a couple more. Go to Brian Matthews.
Yeah, Tank, what does it mean to pass Bo Jackson, now second all-time in freshman rushing yards?
Oh, they feel real good, man. You know, my coach was telling me, man, that I can beat it, and I knew I could beat it. You know, they feel real good, be able to beat number one today. Real good.
And we'll finish up with Jeff Shear.
Tank, the sideline reporter Cole Kublik said that you were pretty active on the sideline in terms of showing leadership. Can you share some of what you were saying to your teammates?
I just said, keep your head up, man. To be honest with you, man, I just said, man, we gotta not lose. You know, we can't lose this game. You know, we gotta finish the year off good and positive. You know, and I was telling them keep their head up, we good, keeping the offense up. You know, defense doing their thing, and that's why I was just telling them being a leader. You know, just being there for them and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you all very much. Thank you, Tank.